Hello, hello. Let's get right into preview and commentary of Michaela Coel. I May Destroy You.
We're watching our favourite German TV show.
Science.
Animation at the same time.
Oh, how'd you get that?
Can't remember.
Me again. Allow me to pick up where I left off.
How'd you smash your phone?
I don't know. How did last night end?
I'm Jay-Z on a bad day. Shakespeare on my worst days.
Flashbacks. Yeah, I see him a bit.
In and out the doorways, jigging through the broad day.
My friend is stressed. Listen to her talk. Make her feel good.
If you're gonna talk on my name, please say it with your chest.
Surround yourself with people who affirm you.
Are you gonna miss me?
Don't like this sort of conversation.
Are we boyfriend and girlfriend? Could you say yes? Wouldn't be a conversation.
Is there a reason why you haven't told him about the assault? He's an Italian drug lord. I'm joking.
Sometimes it gets a bit much.
What do you do when it gets a bit much? Try yoga, painting,
Painting?
handicrafts.
I don't even think I know what handicrafts is. There is so much injustice, and my job is to speak the truth.
Thank you for what you're doing.
I love you too.
Sitting with my chest and I don't care who I offend. I sit it with my chest and I don't care who I offend.
Your blood pressure. Yeah, you will need to monitor that.
Jed. Back in the room. Sorry.
Tonight, you, me, love bar. I know you're looking for a motive.
How did last night end? I'm starting to write about my experiences.
First time.
Yeah. In this grey area.
Sit with me.
If you're going to fight exploitation of any kind, you better know when you're being exploited.
Where does it go?
Hello, hello. Thank you for joining me. Welcome back to What's on My TV reviewed by Demi. Let's get right into episode 3, season 1 of I May Destroy You. Oh my God. Did you see it? Oh my God. If not, let me just tell you what happened was it was a lot. It goes back. It initially comes on with Arabella sitting at a little cafe in Ostia, Italy, because they're showing what had happened 3 months earlier, 90 days before. That started out with Terry. She sent Arabella a text message saying, I've landed, because Arabella was sent on a trip to Italy just to go sit back, relax, think, feel the vibes there, and write. Go absorb everything and write. So anywho, she invited Terry. So Terry said, I've landed. They go on to the 2-bathroom suite that was provided by the publishing company. Terry immediately says, oh, okay, well, I see what your black card gets you. Is this what black means? And she said, writing, she went on to say, so this is the privilege of being underprivileged. And Arabella said, yeah, everything is sponsored. Terry went on to say, I am going to be having some adult fun on this bed. She said, I'm going to be sleeping with somebody in this bed. She showed Arabella some little herbs and spices that she had brought with her, and they started cooking them. They started eating, which led to them going out to a restaurant. And oh my God, Terry was acting like everything that she had taken had kicked in. She didn't want Arabella to touch anything on the table. She was sliding out of the chair And the waiter, he got upset and just introduced them to somebody else. Another girl came over and took their order, and she asked him, what did you take? And they were like, what do you mean? She said, oh, I'm sorry, I thought you all had taken something. She went on to say she gave them some free French fries and told them that the best place to get something is from over here. You can get something from over here from my brother's friend. So later on, of course, next scene, the next thing you see is them trying to get some more party favors from the place that she said. She said, just go over here and go sit down at this basketball court, and you'll have somebody come up to you and see, what you need. Just sit. So while they were sitting there, she came up, and the lady, they said, oh, okay, well, there's that lady that introduced us to this place. Her name is Free Fries. Let's call her Free Fries. And they said, hey, Free Fries. She came over and she said, my name is Makenda. They introduced themselves, and she introduced them to Biagio 3 months earlier. So this is obviously how Arabella met the new boo, Biagio, or Bellagio. Figure out his name. Tell me how to say his name. Anywho, look. He was there, and Arabella, she has the money that was sponsored to her, and she was asking him, well, how much is everything that I've asked for? She asked for some book of sugar, some vitamins, which is pills, and she asked for something else. I can't remember the third thing, but anywho, she said, well, how much is all of this? He took the money out of her hand and gave it back to her. So they are all looking like, okay, well, thank you for giving me the money back at least. And look, she said, in between this time, Markenda, Free Fries, right? She said she had spoken to Biagio, and she said, we're going to be having a party tonight. And if you all want to come, you can come. Arabella said, well, can I have your number just in case I need to speak with you about some more party favors? He told her, no, you don't need any more party favors because you have enough for the both of you right now. Terry said, well, who is he to try to regulate the team? Okay. They went out to a club. Next scene. They went out to a club. They decide that they're going to go out. They were kind of figuring out whether or not they were going to go to the party that that Free Fries invited them to, or if they're going to go to the club. But Terry said that she wanted to go to a club or either a cafe, because she did not want to go to a party, a house party, where the only thing she was going to be meeting is a lot of tall guys, and she wanted somebody who was going to be on her level, thinking that the party is going to be a lot of basketball players because they met them on a basketball court. Anyways, so they end up going out, and oh my God, it was a wild night. Wild like this. They went out, had some fun. They started taking their vitamins, popping all these pills and all of this stuff. Actually, I think they only took one pill together. Terry, they're having a good time. Arabella, she's having a good time. Arabella goes to the bathroom, but she was supposed to go and pick up some drinks. When she went to the bathroom, she treated her nose. Yeah, booger sugar all the way. But Terry was still waiting at the table, so now they're not on the same level. Anywho, Arabella goes back to the table, and Terry was like, where are the drinks that we ordered? Arabella said, oh, I forgot them. Went back to the bathroom. When she comes out of the bathroom, this time after treating her nose, once again, she bumps into these girls. One of them, she says, like that. So Arabella, she goes, with her mouth open. And they put a pill in her mouth, right? Next thing you know, Arabella is all on the dance floor, having a good time. Earlier in the scene, they were getting ready to go in the bathroom, and Arabella was putting on a pad. Lord have mercy, when she was on the dance floor, the girl pad was showing. She was jumping and hunching all on the tables with her crotch forward and popping it forward and stuff. I'm like, oh my God. So the people at the club, they were getting her down and sitting her down, and she kept saying, okay, I'm sorry. Please forgive me. I apologize. I'm so sorry. And she went back to doing her thing, popping it forward with that pad showing. Oh my God. So Terry was like, I'm leaving. I am leaving. I'm getting out of here. So Arabella said, no, don't leave, because they're going to play Hamilton the musical. Don't leave. She was on something, because I kind of wondered, I was like, did they say they were going to play Hamilton the musical? And then I remembered, oh no, she had taken some pills. They were not playing Hamilton the musical. Terry looked at her like, what? They're going to do what? And she ended up leaving, right? She was trying to find somewhere else to go. She turned on her phone and she started looking for other places to go. Okay, fine. Arabella is still at the club having a good time. She's there, but she doesn't know that the guy that she met, Bellagio, say his name, say it for me. Okay, him. She doesn't know that he's watching her, which is a good thing because she is party girl wasted. Wasted, family. Remember that time that y'all receiving phone calls from the laws saying, hey, can somebody come and help us? Yeah, she was wasted like that. Wasted. But that's another story about me. We'll talk about, let's get back to Arabella. Oh my goodness. She was so wasted. In the meantime, Terry, she goes up, right? And she's following her phone, just looking for somewhere to go. And she hears this man say, I like Mountain Dew. And she was like, huh? Because he was trying to say, hello, whatever, get her attention. But as she walked by, he suddenly said, I like Mountain Dew. And she was like, oh, well, you're crazy. And he went on to talk about how Mountain Dew is made and what he knows about it, right? Okay. He said, come in, I think you're beautiful. Let's have a dance in here. Because she was walking by this cafe, another place, just looking for somewhere to go. Anywho, if you saw the show, let me get back. Let's keep going. You got to peep that scene right there. Because he was standing out and he was speaking to this man. But as Terry walked up, the man went one way, Terry went another way. And the other guy went another towards Terry. So she was walking and he was talking again, trying to get her attention, talked her into the cafe and they were dancing. In the meantime, in between time, he says, may I buy you something to drink? And she said, sure. He asked, what would you like? And she said, gin. Okay. A gin spritzer, if I'm not mistaken. And it looked like it had a lemon in it, which should have had a lime, but that's another story. Anywho, and fill that up with ice next time. Anywho, look, he brought her the drink, right? When he came back, he saw her dancing with another man. He approached her and he said, well, here's your drink. And he said, well, pardon me, I don't want to interrupt your dance because in Italy, it's rude to interrupt a man dancing with a woman, but the drink is still yours. So she kept dancing with this man, Terry, that had filled the space while he was there, while he went to go and get the drink. Arabella had waited outside of the club for Terry to come out. She waited with Biagio, right, who was in the club. After she waited for Terry to come outside, she made it home. She had walked home. He walked her home and everything, and she was checking, saying, I want to make sure that my friend is okay. Honey, she went and go and check on Terry, and Terry was in there having her some very adult fun with both of those men, baby. She was getting down with it. Yes, she was. Yeah, what? It's not even a question about what was going on. She told Arabella, I'm in here and I'm having some fun with my friends, so I'll just talk to you later. Okay. In the meantime, Arabella went to go and sit and talk a little bit more with Biagio. And she was on her cycle at the time. They started feeling each other, filling each other up and feeling each other's vibe and everything. And somehow he ended up taking out her tampon and a blood clot fell out. Oh, Lord, have mercy. Yeah. The man said, oh, what's that? And she said, oh, that's a blood clot. Oh, Lord. And he said, is it warm? He said, I never saw anything like that. Is it warm? So they talked a little bit more about clots and cycles and things like that. I guess he was curious. Maybe that was a scene to just show how curious men are about women's cycles. But that was just a mood kill. So instead of doing anything else, they just decided to go to the beach. Arabella knocked on Terry's door and said, would you like to go with us? Terry declined, saying that she was still there, with her friends, even though those men, they had just left. Terry was just watching them leave, and she texted Kwame saying, oh my God, I've just had my first threesome in Italy. So Kwame was like, oh my God. Arabella went on to go and walk to the beach with Biagio, and they were talking. He was saying that he's not proud of the work that he's doing because his family, his mother and his sister both died of a drug overdose. And he suggested to Arabella, he said, you should slow down on the drugs that you're doing. And she said, oh my God, you're like the biggest buzzkill. Oh my God. And he told her, his words to her were, when you get in trouble, don't come crying to me. You have to see the show. It was so good. It was really good. And when you watch it, I want you to pay close attention. Pay very close attention to when Terry is walking to the cafe after she leaves the club with Arabella. Pay attention to when Terry is walking to the club. As she walks up, you'll see that those men there, they were already speaking to one another. And when she walked up, that one of the men were saying, we can just introduce him to a party like this. But Terry walked up, interrupted what they were doing. One man went to the left and another man went to the right to go and talk to Terry, right? So Terry doesn't know that those two men that were acting as if they did not know each other actually did. At the end of the night when they were leaving, the man told them, very nice to meet you. But he said, nice to meet you all. But you'll see in that scene, go and watch it, you will see that those men, the two that were dancing, the one that was saying, I like Mountain Dew, that one that invited her into the cafe and he was dancing to that little song that was saying, Que pasa? Yeah, they were dancing, having a good time. And he said, may I buy you a drink? And then the other man, as he stepped away, he walked past the man that he was just speaking to outside as if he did not know him. And that man then approached Terry. He said, forgive me for interrupting, but whenever I see a beautiful woman, I just have to dance with her. And Terry was like, well, hell, I'm standing here by myself anyway. You may as well fill this space. And he started dancing with her when the other man walked back up and he said, in Italy, it's rude to interrupt a man dancing with a woman. Those two men right there, they already knew each other. They were just acting as if they did not. And then in the next scene, you saw Terry sleeping with both of them. Make sure you watch episode 3. Don't forget the C of I May Destroy You. Thank you so much for joining me right here. That's what's on my TV. Leave a comment. Let me know if you're watching the same thing. Is that what you saw?
Tonight, you, me, Logbar. I know you're looking for a motive.
How did last night end?
I'm starting to write about my experiences.
First time.
Yeah. In this grey area.
Sit with me.
If you're going to fight exploitation of any kind, you better know when you're being exploited.